In today's FX markets, let's take a look at the Euro futures as they're realizing further upside today. We're seeing them now higher 4 out of the last 5 trading sessions, and today's price action is pushing them up to a better than 2-week high currently, 1.066 in the futures market. And I think when you look at some of the factors contributing to the recent momentum, there's a couple things to point to. Number one, the general trends in the markets from a global perspective, I think, are one of the driving factors, as we're seeing a little bit of the risk premium coming out of the US dollar, and we're seeing some of the other pairs trades benefiting from those general trends, particularly when you look at the equity markets realizing some upside last week. China reducing some of their restrictions, so that's viewed as a positive moving forward as well, I think. And so I think that's one of the driving factors. Number two, we had the G7 over the weekend. We also have the ECB meeting going off this week, and there's a lot of market participants watching that very closely as how the ECB is going to lay out their monetary policy moving forward and maybe give some hints as to how they're going to manage some of the issues that they continue to contend with there, similar to what we're contending with here in the U.S. So I think that that's another factor here contributing to why we're seeing some upside here in the euro for the last, like I said, couple of weeks. And when you look at just the general trends, we are seeing the dollar now, the dollar index pushing down to basically a little over 1 week low, right around the 103.4 level. And if we were to take out the 103.3 level, then that would be a new multi-week low. So I think that market participants are keeping a close eye on that. And we are seeing some repositioning, particularly when you look at the euro benefiting from the general trends recently. The British pound also benefiting from some of the general trends, as well as the Swiss franc. So we're seeing all those currencies higher versus the dollar today, the Canadian dollar as well. So a little bit of a shifting dynamic here last week. Dollar index under some pressure and therefore benefiting the euro futures today.